Thank you so much for being here for our virtual open house. As you see, we are the luckiest realtor and realtor assistant in the world. Amy's behind the camera because the sun has come out for our open house. Yay! And the wind is not blowing my new haircut.
Climate.
Whoever was calling me, I'll call you back. Welcome to this wonderful new listing we've got in West Seattle. This is just down the street from my house, so I love this neighborhood. Actually, my clients live right next door as well, so you have a really great set of neighbors on this side, guaranteed. It is a really, really sweet home. It's $495. It's a 3-bedroom, 2 baths, so it's 1 3/4 baths, a little over 1,100 square feet, and we are almost at a 7,500 square foot lot. So it's on a double lot, beautiful yard. My clients have lived here for over 30 years. There's a really, really sweet 1940s bungalow that's been expanded. What used to be the garage had an extra bed bath added to it years ago. It's got really great attic access, really nice flow in the house. It's an 87 walk score here. So just down the road is the Westwood Village Mall, and you also have the Sea Line, which is the express bus to downtown. We're very close to where White Center and all the restaurants in White Center, all the happenings there. So just in a really sweet, lovely location. We've got pull-up parking. You could certainly do 2 tandem cars and park 2 cars here. There have been neighbors that have done garages and parking spots off of the alley, and there is access off the alley. So we'll show you that. We'll kind of end in the backyard. There's an infrared sauna in one of the bedrooms that stays if you so choose. There's a great hot tub and a Trex decking in back. So for these COVID times where we want a lot of outside space, this is a really sweet house for that. So come on in. The front has been professionally landscaped by a landscaper. Really lovely, pretty easy to care for plants. This is a nice BD. Very happy there. We've got a little front lawn. And then a slate walkway to the front door. A 30-year roof was put on this house in 2011. I believe I'm getting that right. So it's just 9 years old. We just had it cleaned. There are updated windows. They're not the original windows in the house, so there's vinyl double pane windows all throughout the house as well. The furnace is just 9 years old and is upstairs. So it's on a gas furnace. There isn't gas cooking now, but you could certainly add that. Go through the attic, just have the gas plumbed right where you want your range to be in the kitchen. So come on in. One of the really fun parts to enter this house is, and I'll do a little here. Hold on, Amy. Oh. It's a Dutch door. Love a Dutch door. I'm actually wearing my house mask today for a little real estate fun with my little houses on it. So this is a neighborhood where definitely people talk to each other and neighbors know each other. I love this sweet little neighborhood. My best friend just lives a block away, and like I said, my clients are right here. So I do know a lot of nice folks on this block. And a Dutch door, just a nice little welcoming treat when you want to talk to somebody. I'm going to close it, and then I'll open it back up again. Hi, Amy. Okay, so Amy and I are taking off our shoes because the carpets have just been professionally cleaned. So if you don't know this part of the neighborhood, now that I'm inside, Westwood, we're just east of, if you've ever been to Lincoln Park to take the ferry to Vashon Island, we're just east of that. Barton Street, Henderson turns into Barton. It runs all the way down kind of toward Endaline Joe's down there by the waterfront and all the way down to the Fauntleroy Ferry. And if you came all the way up, you hit the Westwood Village Mall. There's a Target, there's a Bed Bath & Beyond, QFC, lots of medical and dental there, lots of restaurants, many of them doing takeout, drugstores. It's just kind of a one-stop shop. Having the Target there is great. And we are just south of that. So it's on the street it's on 25th. So it's 9252 25th Ave Southwest. And if you ever want to know anything about these houses that we're talking about and that we're touring around, just go to my website. It's rudenoffrealestate.com, and you can find all the details, and there's 3D walkthrough tours and photographs. But let's dig into this house. So you walk in a really nice, generously sized living room. You certainly have little locations. We just have a little 2-seater couch in here, but there's plenty of room to have a nice long couch with an L, and you could have a full entertainment system on this wall here. Or if you're a big reader, this would be a great place for a bookshelf. This is a 1947 house. So the original house would have been the kitchen, this living room, and then the 2 beds and bath here. But this house had an add-on. They refinished the garage. So there's a second suite with a full bed, bath, laundry, attic space that I can show you the attic access, which we love an attic that you can just walk on stairs up and just do your storage there. And it's not, and we just had all the insulation taken up. It was a little older, so it's clean and ready to go. You could actually add, maybe pop up for a possibility to add more space onto the house. It's a cinder block foundation. And we've got fairly new carpets in here. And let me go into the bedrooms on this side first, and then we'll kind of check out the kitchen that leads to the outside space, because there's a really nice French door that takes you outside. So here's the larger bedroom of these 2. Nice size. I'd say this is probably almost 130 square feet. This bedroom is probably 12 and a half by 11. And you've got 2 nice closets. So you've got 2 double closet sets here. So for 2 people, you could certainly put, well, I don't know if I could fit all my clothes over here, but I'm a crazy clothes person. But lots of room, and actually the rail goes all the way across, so it doesn't waste any space. So this closet's actually attached inside all the way down. So, and there's a nice shelf up top too for luggage or extra storage, hats, shoes. We had a theater company in college. We were going to call it Hat, Shoes, Levels, and Bits. It's a little theater joke for all you actors out there. Like I said, we've got mostly vinyl, all vinyl windows in this house, double pane. And this room actually has some newer laminate in it, so there are hard surface floors in this one room. And if you wanted to do hard surface floors around, you could always have those installed. They are so reasonably priced now, it's kind of crazy. When I comp out really nice laminate that sometimes fools me that it's wood, it can be equivalent to a nice wool carpet. So you can get a really nice product for $3.50 to $4 a square foot that'll fool you. It'll fool even me. Okay, so now this is the second bedroom on this side. This is the smaller bedroom of the 3. The other bedroom on the other side of the house is also it's a good size. And my clients are leaving a couple playthings, and you can either sell them or have them removed before. It's all negotiable, have them removed before closing. But there is a really cool wood sauna in this house. Let me see if I can get the light turned on. I'm sure my client is going to be texting me, telling me how to do it. But it's an infrared sauna. So I read up a little bit about these. People really love these infrared saunas because they're more efficient and they get hot really quickly. And it's a wood outside, smells really, really nice. So a lot of people who have any kind of autoimmune stuff, or even just living in Seattle and wanting to, get warm in the evening, pop in here. It'd be so nice. It's kind of making me want one, having been in this house for the last couple of months and looking at the sauna. I just think it's very cool. So it's a Samsung, so that comes with the house. And then this is a great size for an office. This would be a great kids' room. You could certainly have a guest room in here. There'd be no problem fitting a full-size bed. This is the width of a full size, this day bed, and the full size would probably take you out to here. So it'd probably be a little bit of a squeeze, but you could certainly do it if you wanted a full-size bed in this bedroom. And then, Abe, I'll let you take a look at the bath. I'll just page the curtain for you. So they've had this bath. There is not a traditional shower head. It's really more of a bathtub because the other bath has a 3/4 shower in it. So this is really to take baths. I love these 1940s house because they all have cast iron bathtubs in them for the most part. And that cast iron bathtub, of course, they don't make cast iron bathtubs solid like this much anymore. And they keep their heat so well. So if you're a bath person, they really stay hot for the whole 30, 40-minute bath. So that's always really nice. There's some little ceramic tile on the bottom there. So let's take you around to the kitchen. My Auntie Eve, I don't know if she's watching, but she told me on Facebook she loves this house. You might have to move from Sacramento, Eve. Come live next to me. So sweet kitchen. We've got a little dishwasher here in the corner. You could certainly expand. You could probably put a full-size dishwasher on this side of the sink if you wanted a full-size dishwasher. And like I said, most of the appliances are just 4 years old. And so everything's in nice working condition, fairly new. If you wanted to do a gas range, there is gas coming to the house, so you could have a plumber plumb that. My clients had a sweet kind of wood rolling kind of island here, but we wanted to show it with the full French doors. When you walk in, you have these beautiful full glass French doors that look out into the backyard, which is so nice. And we did put, Amy and I'll do-si-do. We did put a two-top table in here, but you can see it certainly could be used easily for 3, and you could pull it out with a round, and you could definitely fit a 4-top here. And a lot of times in these 1940s houses that didn't have a distinguished dining room per se, a lot of people set up in the larger living room too, and they'll do cafe tables. And depending on if you unite your flooring, here's a good tip: if you decide to kind of unify all your floors from kitchen to living room, it makes it a lot easier to kind of decide where you want your eating space. And certainly I've seen a lot of these houses. This is the most popular sort of year build in Seattle, this 1940s through the early 50s. We had a huge boom in Seattle, so we have a lot of inventory of these kinds of houses. I've seen a lot of people who've opened up this wall as well and sort of done, Amy and I have definitely seen the sort of great room thing happen with these 40s houses where they just kind of open up the space and this becomes either a half pony wall or this sort of part is opened up to the living room, and you have a kind of buffet that opens up and greets you, and it's just kind of open flow with people like that. So now let's check out the 3rd bedroom and bath. I think this would be great if you were somebody who was retiring and looking to move to one level, and maybe you had kids that sometimes visited, but not that often. You really have a privacy space here. There is not a door here right now, but you can see, you could certainly put a door here, and then this back area could be a real nice separate kind of private space for somebody to have their own bed and bath. So if you had somebody elderly or young or somebody that you kind of, or even if you wanted to have a renter for more income, this would kind of give a nice little separation. And we'll check out, this room here has been transformed. We have brand new carpet. These were just put in. My wonderful carpet folks at Ave Carpet put these in at Major Brands and Ave Carpet. Thanks, you guys. And we also got a new door. This didn't have a door on it. We put a door in here. So really lovely 3-panel door to match the era. Had it primed and painted and installed. You've got 2 closets here. You've got a closet here, and then behind Amy there's also a closet. And this room just gets a lot of very pretty light. So this is the southern side of the house. So this gets this beautiful southern afternoon light. And then we already have this, you've got heat in here too, coming from the furnace up in the ceiling. I love this kind of beadboard. I grew up in Hawaii, as many of you know, and my bedroom had beadboard. And so it always sort of reminds me of those kind of mid-century Hawaii houses with the kind of cabiny beadboard. And then Amy will take you into the 3/4 bath, and you might see her in the mirror and see that she's been, did you get your flu shot today, Aim?
Mm-hmm.
Is that why you have your sticker on?
Yep.
You've been tested. So that's a 3/4 in the shower, and this, my clients actually had a builder build these for them because they couldn't find anybody to sort of make them. So years ago they had these done. They're the best bifold doors I've ever worked with. They really work nicely, and they're not on their hinges. So you've got a nice side-by-side washer and dryer here. And then we don't usually go up in the attic because it's really hard to get to, but this house is super cool. Aim's gonna just kind of pop up there as carefully as you can, Aim. So as you can see, it's nice and open. There's the gas furnace. So if you did nothing but use it as just a place to store things, it's just so nice to walk up these stairs very easily and get to pop your storage right up in the attic space. So, you know, oftentimes it's a ladder and a hatch, and but these are stairs that let you just kind of come and go pretty quickly and get to have that space not be wasted. So, should we go get our shoes, Amy, and go outside? Okay, great. Oh, what a beautiful day. Oh, I did not point out that there's a gas fireplace. Did I talk about the gas fireplace?
I don't think you did.
Hello. Okay, good. I just turned my heat on in my house this week. I don't know about all of you, but it's heat time. So that'll keep you, I know a lot of these smaller houses, you can turn on your gas fireplace, turn the heat off, and it really cooks it. It probably heats up this entire room and the kitchen. So come on out. This is really one of the most special parts of this property is that it's really on a double lot. It's almost 7,500 square feet. You have access to the alley in the back. There's a hot tub. There's a workshop. There's a greenhouse. There's a shed, garden beds, a patio that's covered. Really, really sweet. So come on out. Amy's amazing. She can like put her shoes on in 2 seconds while wall walking. That's why I hired you, Amy. Okay. So now we're here. We've got this great metal roof on top. We just had everything pressure washed. Everything's nice and clean. Good little concrete patio coming out the French doors. And behind Amy, there's a Trex deck, which is that great composite decking that it just lasts for years and years, and all you have to do seasonally is just scrub the moss off of it after the winter time. It does come with this wood hot tub, a cedar hot tub, 4-person hot tub plus, and it's all hooked up and set up, and there's a nice little privacy fence, and this arborvitae, these trees behind have grown, so you kind of have a nice little private nook. The house has access on both sides, little side yards that go around, but let's take you out to see the rest of this property. So, here we go. So you can kind of see it really is a double lot. I mean, most yards kind of, you know, end here, and that would be great. You'd have a nice big lawn, and there's already garden beds. This is the first year they haven't had veggies in 25, 30 years because they knew they were moving. But those are all primed and ready to go. If you're growing, and I know a lot of people are growing their own fruit and veg now with the pandemic. But then the lot continues all the way, and it's fully fenced to the alleyway. And the alley's actually in pretty good shape. Some city alleys, this alley's pretty good. I've driven back there. There is a gate that lets you have access. Some neighbors have gotten driveways and more access from the alley, so that is a possibility. But let me see, you have these great structures out here too. Really great wooden shed. Old school with a beautiful roof. I love the old sled on the outside of it. So there's an extra refrigerator and freezer in there that comes with. And paint and hand carts. Look at this. I mean, there are these sweet little touches everywhere. There's wonderful bird houses all over this property. And then for the gardeners, you've got a greenhouse. So if you're somebody who wants to do starts and grow plants from starts, this is great to have a greenhouse. You get all that sun. And then, this is the piece de resistance. This is a tough shed. So these aren't cheap. You know, you can buy them, you platform them on bricks, or you pour foundations on them. But this one's got a skylight, a couple windows, and it's just a really great workshop. And lots of these tools can also come with the property if you're somebody who would like some tools. My client is kind of done fixing and repairing. He said the relaxing part of his life. Bruce, I hope you're watching. But, you know, I know a lot of people, I need a garage, I need a garage. And you could certainly look into the possibilities of putting a garage in the back of the lot. But if you're somebody who wants a workshop, that is, you've got electricity out here. Like I said, you have 2 skylights, you have 2 windows. This actually folds down to become yet another work table. And you've got a workbench here with a vise. There's a nice workmate seat there to work on. So it's really kind of ready. It's got an overhead light. So you've already got electrical that was buried and put out here. So it is good to go. Who needs a garage? So, and then let's go to the top of the property just to kind of show you. Here. Oh, the birds are so happy. I hear them singing their songs. So you've even got just this top of the property. I mean, on a sunny day, sitting down, reading a book out here. You've got really beautiful and lovely mature trees and native shrubs and plantings. This is what you get when you buy a property from somebody who's been gardening and hanging out on their property for 30 years. Just really nice mature plantings. It takes a long time to grow a tree. And so we already have a lot of positives in this beautiful. Are there any questions, Amy?
No, we're loving the yard. We're loving the stairs up to the attic.
We don't go in the attic a lot, so there you go. So yeah, and we've got, like I said, online, if you go to rudenoffrealestate.com, you'll find this. This is under Westwood, and we've been touring you around our new Westwood Village listing in West Seattle. 3 bedrooms, 2 baths, just 1,110 square feet, 1110, and this 7,500 square foot lot. We're priced just under $500,000. That's $495. And if you go online, you can see pictures, 3D tours. This house has an 87 walk score, which means it's very close to shopping and transportation. You're just a block walk down the road to the Sea Line Express bus, which takes you express all the way downtown. You could walk to groceries, you could walk to coffee, you could walk to restaurants, walk to get your prescriptions filled. So super convenient and a really, really sweet house that's been lovingly cared for so many years. So excited to list it and find it its new owner. And thanks for joining us on the tour today.